Hi there and welcome to my channel. It's Kate in the Nest and I hope you are ready. I want to say party, but I hope you're ready to stitch with me. It's Roxy Creations Journal of Stitchery time and we are in, I've forgotten which number prompt it is, but we are finishing off summer, I think. And so in front of me, I think I think deep down, I don't want to go into autumn and winter or the fall and winter. So today is going to be color upon color. So what have I got here? This is my second video of the day because I was able to go to Sydney earlier today to see my mum, to go to the sewing basket and pick up some things, including these beautiful little flowers, and I think they belong in spring or summer. And I've got some velvet ribbon which I think might be able to lead us into the fall. And if I'm ahead, I am sorry about that, but in terms of are we going into the fall next? Who knows? I've got lots of these beautiful things. So this is Party Central. Hope you are relaxing and excited about wherever you're up to in your stitching. The other thing that I haven't shown you yet, and I'm thinking about for today's stitching session, but I'm not sure, was speaking of the sewing basket, which is a combination of shops. I think they have 4 so far in New South Wales, that if you're a stitcher or a knitter or a maker of any kind, you can donate the things that you don't want to them. The last, not today, but a few visits ago, I came upon what I am going to call gold in terms of this challenge of field notes and the Journal of Stitchery. So these were in the Balmain sewing basket, and it is, I'll just stand up, I've just sat down to relax and realised this is the most field notesy that I've seen, and I don't know how to do writing yet. And remember, yet, it's a growth mindset, so we're going to get there one of these days. But in the bargain section, there were all of these stitcheries. So I thought I would show you them first. I haven't planned a session, of course, Kate hasn't, but maybe some ideas will come to us. Now, we're not meant to be doing birds. We've been doing bugs, and now we're lazy days of summer. I haven't had time to look up which bird goes in which season, but I just thought we would celebrate the work of the hands of the maker who made these, because I think they were all donated as one. So there's that one, which is a finch, kingfisher in blues, noisy is that pitter. I don't know my birds. Pam, you do. So that's Pam of Pandora's Junk Journals. If you don't know her work, she's amazing. But she's an avid bird watcher. And the stitches are incredible. This one has no name, but I love the free form of that. That's actually a favourite. And then with my beautiful mum today, we were reminiscing over a family story of a neighbour whose husband, yeah, I won't go into that, but every time they see a willy wagtail, they feel blessed. So quite dark colours, and I don't know what season they come out in, but I love that one. So blessed. Bargain corner of Balmain sewing basket. Incredible. So I bought all the birds, and then underneath were 2 flowers, iris and orchid. So there's a part of me that's saying we've been through spring, and well, we've been through spring on Roxy's Journal of Stitchery, but we haven't been through spring in Australia yet. Still got a little bit to go. And I know the, oh, am I right? Is the iris a bulb? I don't know. Sorry, everyone. Not up on the detail is Kate. But I do know that I absolutely love that flower and the stitching. So if you know someone who does work like this, let's just celebrate, because that is glorious. And I feel that I need to put that in either spring or summer. The other one is, I think, this birdie. Or this birdie. No, let's do this one. So I'm holding on to some birds, Rachel and Sarah. If birds come up, I still have some. But I'm liking the subtle colours of this one. So how are you? I haven't asked that for a little while, and I probably didn't even ask that in my other video today because I was absolutely running on adrenaline. And sometimes I think, is it all just too fast and too silly for you? But I do appreciate you being with me, and I love the comments. So far I'm taking it as okay. I have threaded up in advance to save you Kate struggling. Pink variegated 4-ply merino wool from Australia and silk from the Skein sisters. This is just a, I shouldn't say just, but it's a beigey wool that I like a lot. And then fresh from the sewing basket is this mustardy colour. And I don't know what we're going to do with them, but we will have some fun. So we're just going to review. And see what calls out to us. Does that birdie belong in that nest? I don't think so. I have my 3D bird, who I should pop back in there. So that's spring. I have some of this other, I want to show you that. Remember I made handles for a vessel and changed my mind. I do have these bits left over with some wild, I tell you what's going through my head. If I don't use this now, will fall or winter allow me the opportunity? What's going to happen to my colours? I don't know. So we will see. So yeah, maybe if I find a space. So I need something up there. I know, here's the other piece of that repurposed handle, because I said vessels don't need handles, nests don't have handles. This is the segue into summer. Haven't embroidered that yet. I've got Rachel's fabric, beautiful butterfly, and I've done a little bit more embroidery since last time I showed you, and I have more of this fabric on the way that I'm going to use in the rest of this project. Maybe I'll get more, maybe that's what will happen. I'll get more field notesy, beigey, and less colour in fall and winter. Who knows? But I love these butterflies. Rachel, you're a genius, like incredible. Over here, fringy, a Zoe Suffolk puff, another butterfly. I've done a lot more embroidery in there, loving combination of thread and then French knots in the center. I had previously put something over the top of that. I've worked those petals. Okay, and here's where summer ends up. So why don't we, because I have no plans, I've got a little bit of that, and I have this beautiful ribbon that I got today as part of a slow stitch quilt, slow stitch sewing pack. I'm thinking I would like just to start off with a bit of velvet ribbon, maybe beginning the segue into the next season. And once I start stitching, haven't stitched one stitch today, so I'm missing it very much. Let's put that like a little tag there. We'll pick up the mustardy thread. And just put this, if I'm going to keep one piece going, I will add it under here by the next time you see. I think Rachel mentioned today that she will be adding some. So this is a back stitch for some reason that I'm doing this here. We'll just go down and around just to get me settled. So I need to thank you for your understanding that this is Kate's interpretation of field notes. I've been so encouraged just to be me, and now I don't even feel I need to apologise that this isn't as traditional as I started it out to be. I am admiring the incredible work of everyone else. Just so inspiring. So these are just big, rough running stitches through this velvet ribbon. Oh gosh, that one was huge because I stopped concentrating because I want to go over and do some little seed stitch here. I know a lot of us like seed stitch as a filler, and I'm liking it as sort of a reverse space option, if you know what I mean. So I leave this leaf for the moment standing on its own, and I fill in the space around it. Oops, long tail, first of the evening, catching up with me. So yeah, it is getting later now, and after driving and being busy, I thought I might get a bit sleepy later on, so I'm just doing it now. So what has your day been like, or have you got the day ahead of you? Whichever the case, I'm thinking of you. I can feel myself slowing down so much that I don't want to fall asleep, but isn't that the beauty of stitching? Okay, I still have thread, so I'm down here, but let's see if I can get myself up there. I said in my previous video that I do have Rachel on my mind, especially as, you know, the first week of not having Lulu home. It is confronting. When you're used to having people in the house, especially loved ones, not just people, but they've been there always. So there we are. I got myself up through some tiny little seed stitches up to this space, and we're just going to go until the thread runs out. And as I said, I'm sort of liking that this might be a transition into autumn and the falling of the leaves. We're having the falling of the flowers here due to the wind, and now the rain has just finished off my crab apples outside my window. Like they're faded in their colour and they're looking quite sad. But we wouldn't have traded that time together for anything. So I'm wondering, are you gardeners? Have you got access, and I know not all of us have, to yards, but to balconies? My mum proudly showed me she's got a balcony garden, I wouldn't describe it as, but it's thriving. She's got lemons and tomatoes and chilies and so many yummy, healthy things growing just outside her door. And to hear the joy in her voice about, look at this, we're having a tomato. Okay, see what one thread can do. We've put on velvet ribbon and a whole lot of seed stitches, which has really relaxed me, and I love feeling velvet into stitches. Okay, a few more. It's good practice. I know a few of you have been talking to me about not feeling free to, this is right everyone, someone said I don't knot. I don't, because that will just go through to the back and it will be covered. About having to be neat and, you know, worried about breaking the rules. So I think seed stitch is if you're a canterer, you know, lots of beautiful running stitches. I think actually seed stitch is a good place to go next, because it does give you that, wow, I can be wild and it still looks good feeling. Okay, where is Iris going to go? So remember, this isn't strictly summer, lazy summer days, but I love Rachel's idea of the hat and that beautiful book of Japanese embroidery. I wanted to get my fingers walking to find that, but haven't had time yet. Okay, could that be the right spot? Because I haven't got much happening underneath there. I've got this blue that's on top of my very special woven. I did this with Pauline Franklin at the workshop at the Green Door, and that's my only ever weave. Loved it. We'll come back to that, but let's put an iris up there And let's change our thread. Let's go bright and pink. I love, you know, I so admire everyone who's able to actually stitch words and letters and numbers. And this will be my first bit of embroidered writing in this whole project. So I'm going to just use the holes to come up in. And maybe it's telling me it would like a bit of overstitched look. I'm thinking yes. So deliberately large, because in a way that draws the eye to the beautiful dainty iris. And I keep thinking, what would be my image of lazy summer days? And I keep thinking about water. But I don't know how I'm going to do that. That's why I'm very impressed with Rachel's idea of the hat. I might have done an umbrella, but it won't go with this work. That's why I'm using an iris and a velvet ribbon. And I feel absolutely fine with that. Free, be free. Because it's about having fun with our making and stitching. And I love this. Ever since I just put summer out as one whole length, I've been at peace. And I've learned from that, which is, again, the purpose of these prompts, I think, to enjoy, have fun, and to refine what we do. My biggest news is that my gorgeous husband has told me that he's on holidays from after tomorrow and that we are officially going on a country road trip next week. And he has, bless him, he's looked up all these country towns and how many op shops they have in them. And he's written them all down on an itinerary. And he said, all I have to do is get in the car and, enjoy the shop. And I said, well, do you want to put your golf clubs in and you can go golfing and I'll go to the op shops? And he said, no, Kate, we're on the hunt. And when I came home from the sewing basket today, I said, there's not many embroideries or doilies left out, to get at the moment. He said, don't worry, we will get them next week. So look forward to that, everyone. Of course, I will share that. But how blessed again. And it is the farthest thing. We just get the giggles because if you'd said to me this time last year that I would be doing this and sharing with all of you, let alone stitching and going to, well, I've always gone to op shops, but I haven't been searching for these sorts of things. Now, this has come out very, very messy because I'm being carried away with excitement, but we're just going to put it just to put, look at those two beautiful bits of cross stitch, and here's Kate's gigantic stitches. But I think when you have, I'm not sure. I might have to go back over them. So as Fleur says, when something doesn't work, rather than undo, go over. But we'll have a look when we're right away. Still not an expert at chatting and stitching, because the excitement makes me stitch faster instead of slow. I do love that iris. Love it. It's not too bad in there. How about we just link a flower, seeing I've got thread. Nothing particularly clever. Let's do a gigantic lazy daisy. Petals. I don't know if I'll get the whole flower in. But I haven't stitched this down, so it's sort of leading me that way. Oops, so thick. Because this bit's got the blanket behind it, which I chose to keep. Let's do one more. And into here, over my beautiful pin, which I'll now put there. There we go. Doesn't even look like a flower, but it's a bit of stitchery, which is just what it is. Okay, so what have we done? We've got a little bit of ribbon and seed stitching. We've got the iris, which is leading into, I love that there, actually, really like that stitch. That's not my stitch, the stitches. This is summer. And what can we do? I've got embroideries to finish. I've got the butterfly. Is it worth auditioning that beautiful bird somewhere in here? Like a surprise. I don't think so. One of these others look better with their colour. Let's give it a go. I do wonder what was the intended purpose behind these beautifully stitched birds. Where were they meant to go? Are they going on a cushion or? So before we audition, I'm just getting rid of quite a bit of this. White. It's very white. I suppose that's what's stopping me at this point, because we're in a very blended, no, just too tropical. Which, I mean, you can never be too tropical, but I think you know what I mean. Right, what else did I say I had? A little bit of braid. Oh, and this little bit with a fringe. Okay, I love this fabric. I've shared this. It was part of a slow stitch pack from the basket. I love that bit, and I love that's reversible, and it's certainly not linen or anything, but it would just give a bit of shine. And I keep going back to maybe as a transition between summer and into this flower. That's what we're going to do. Have I still got something threaded up? I do. I have this beigey one. So let's see if we can just make it more curvy. Some things just fell into the bin. So more organic in shape. And I'll take that line down, I think. That might look really silly to your eye. It could be really silly, and my light is fading, so I'll just stand up actually. Yeah, no, it's not right, is it, everyone? Yeah, hardly any light and lots of shadow, which does make the judgment go out a little of the window. So because that's how I'm feeling, and still lots to do, and I'm a bit tired, I'm going to say, I think that's enough of summer. So what will I leave us with? What do I love about today's work? And this is what I do. I don't know whether you do this, but I like just keeping my work open in the nest, and I'll come back in later and go, oh, I did like that. Okay, so see the shadow. Apologies. I so hope that you are loving the Journal of Stitchery prompts as much as I am. Thank you again to Rachel and Sarah. It's the most wonderful thing to look forward to. Until next time, this is Kate in the Nest sending blessings. Bye.